I'm Rob, long-time Wrexham fan, and you're watching That Wrexham Podcast.
Welcome back to That Wrexham Podcast. Today I've got my co-host, trusty co-host Fozzy, back with me.
Nice to be back.
And our guest today, there's nobody better than Stephen Fletcher.
Thanks for having me.
Not even Cristiano, or is it Aguero?
It used to be Aguero when I was at Sheffield Wednesday. Played against him, was a bit awkward when that song was getting sung, and he's looking over like, yeah, good one. Cristiano now.
So today we're going to start with first impressions, right? So I'll start with my first impressions of ourselves, me and you, and I'll start with my first impression of you.
Go on.
And as a player, I just thought absolute class. Like when you saw your first training session over at Colliers, it was like, wow, what a player. I can link up with this guy on five-a-sides.
Yes, done that a few times.
Which we did.
We've done that.
And but as a person, I just thought everyone literally straight away was like full respect. Looked up to you like, you know, the father or the granddad, as some people might have called you, even though that was Chomp in the room. But yeah, just the way that you kind of carried yourself and people looked up to you and you just drove standards in the gym. I just thought that was my overriding first impressions of you.
Thank you.
You don't have to give yours of me, don't worry.
He does, yeah. I want to know what yours was.
First impression when he came in, I thought, science teacher.
Dress as well.
Dress as well. Science teacher, he's looking well. But nah, honestly, I thought the same again. I came in and you kind of, when you come in, obviously at the age I did, you're looking to see who kind of, you check out the changing room, don't you, and see who's the jokers, who's kind of the teachers of the changing room. I seen Chomp was like the granddads. I thought, I'm all right, you know. But then I seen you and I thought, I could tell that you were like, standards were always like a massive thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could see you were going into the physio room. You used to come in and just to see who was on the phones.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Hungry for
He
it.
knows this.
Catch somebody.
Like, hungry for it,
Yeah.
And I actually, you can see some boys are like, I loved it. I was watching, like, and I'm like that to them.
To be fair, we
Just
touched
to
on this
kind of-
before, but Fletcher was one who would reinforce it as
It's
well.
good
I liked it, but you didn't.
That's it. It's a dying trend, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
in these change rooms
Yes.
nowadays, it's full of these young men that don't really know what that figure looks like anymore because they're not there.
You walk into a changing room now and they're all like that.
Even before kickoff.
Yeah.
I used to sit
true.
there sometimes laughing, like watching them all. I just sit quiet, watching them all. Now I just and you see them all. None of them would bat an eyelid. They'd all just be like that. There'd be like 8 of us in the change room, 7 of them are on the phone. I'm just sitting there like that. I've got nothing to look at on my phone.
The world we live in
Nothing to
now,
look
mate.
at.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Horrible.
It's
Unbelievable.
horrible.
But you've just announced your retirement, right?
Yep.
Tell us about it. Tell us about how it come about.
It was obviously. I was. We went to Vegas. I still didn't know if I was staying or not. I got back, and I had a phone call with Phil, and obviously it was. The phone call didn't go the way you expect it because I kind of thought I thought I would have stayed. I thought like after the season I'd had personally, I thought I'd done well, and I thought I still had enough to offer the team and the club, you know, just about the place like you were saying there, just about the change room and stuff. And then, the phone call obviously, as football is, it didn't go the way I expected it to go, and it hurt me to start with, as it does. You know what I mean? You're a footballer, you've got pride, and you're thinking I'm still good enough to play here. But now I look at it now, I can kind of tell probably why his decision was that, because I think there was like 27 pros still contracted at the time. It was only a 25-man squad, and I knew there was going to be a big overhaul of new players coming in, which would probably took that player count up to about 30. And I thought, if anyone's going to go, it'll be the old boy that gets pushed out first. So yeah, that was probably his reason.
I was surprised personally. Very, very.
Was it a big surprise for you? Because I remember all that. Do you remember like big events happening? You remember where you were? I promise you, I was at home, right? It was like nice sunny day, and I was just lying in the garden, and and it was Tom actually. Tom rung me, and he said the news about Fletch. I was like, nah, come on, seriously. Like, so yeah, big surprise to all of us.
I'm not gonna lie. See, when I started telling people, because obviously I was first to know, so then I started obviously ringing a few
group chats
straight away. I've just been released. No, obviously I phoned my agent first because we thought I was staying, so it was like I phoned him first, and I was like, "Oh, I've just been released there," and he was like, oh, "Good one." Like he actually thought I was kidding.
Wow.
And I was like, "No, I have." So he was like, "Right, wait there." So he obviously went away to do what agents do and that, and then phoned me back. Yeah, you're right. I was like, "I know I am. I've just had the call."
I'm not dreaming. More having a nightmare.
Yeah. Cheers for letting me know. Obviously, you phone like your family and that and told them, and they actually thought I was kidding on now because I do like to wind people up, and they actually thought I was winding them up, and I was like, no, I've been released there. So it was tough, but like I said, I've kind of got over it now. I'm at peace with it. I'm retired. I'm playing golf every day, so I can't complain. Started a golf channel, so yeah, it's good.
Did that tip you over to retirement? Was it? Because could you have gone again? Could you have gone and signed elsewhere?
Because you'd have had other offers, no?
I did, but I'd always say that, like, kind of coming to the. So I'd say, like, halfway through the season, I had no thoughts that, I'm staying next year. I had actually said, this is my last year. If Wrexham don't offer me a new contract, I'm retiring, because I didn't want to go anywhere else. You have both been here. It's quite hard to go somewhere else after here with the highs you have. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, what's the point in going and trying to chase highs again when I've had such a big high here? So I was like, in my head, I was like, I'm done at the end of this season if they don't give me a new contract. Obviously, as it got closer, I'd scored a few vital goals, and they were like, there was a few little whispers of, like, you could get kept on next year. So that kind of changed. I thought, if I do, then. So I kind of looked after myself a lot, probably more than what I would have ever thought I'm retiring. And then, and then I got the old, that old.
Did you have any offers anywhere else?
I had quite a few, yeah. I won't name them just for respect to the club. I had quite a lot, yeah. I had, obviously in England, I had quite a few, and up in Scotland. And I just, you both know when you get a phone call off a team, if you feel that little buzz, you're thinking, this is the right thing. I did not feel that once with any of the phone calls. And if I did tell you some of the teams, you'd probably be surprised at why didn't you get that feeling. And I thought when I never got that, time was to hang up the boot. I got a better buzz when someone says, I've got a tea time at 9:30 tomorrow. I was like, let's go.
What a feeling.
I think that's when you know, isn't it?
What a feeling.
Yeah. You know, like you said about the squad now, and you're looking at it, and you understand why the gaffer made the decision.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the squad now, who stands out for you? Who as the signings?
I think for me personally, the way I play, Big Kiefer Miller, I think he's done. I think he went like maybe 6 or 7 games and not scoring. But if the team play to his strengths, he will score goals in this team. You've seen it the other night. He came on, like he was crying out for him to come on. He came on and straight away he was like a vocal point. I think the first half, no disrespect to Sam Smith and Broadhead, but when the ball was coming up, it was coming straight back. Where you see it there when the big man comes on, the ball sticks up there and then it can bring people into play. And I think I said that when we were watching the game the other day, like you need to play to his strengths. You need to put balls in the box, and they did that when I was there. So I'm surprised they're not, but like thinking that's the same thing.
Is that when it's hard though? When you've retired though, and you're watching that, and you're seeing balls and go in the box, which is your bread and butter.
We were saying earlier, a ball come in the box the other night. I'm standing at the side of the pitch with a microphone in my hand, and I'm up there trying to heat the ball in. I'm like, what are you
the
doing?
goal he scored though as well. It's like the most perfect goal for a big one, isn't it? Like honestly, he times it absolutely perfect.
My eyes lit up when that ball hit. When it took the first deflection and looked up in there. I was like that. And obviously the poor defender as well.
He don't even know what day it is, does he? He don't even know what day
that's
it is.
One of them, and the shoulders come up and just try and flick it on because you know a big striker's coming over the top.
What does Wrexham mean to you? Because obviously you've had an unbelievable career, played Premier League, played all sorts of football. What does this little team in Wales mean to you?
Do you know what? Like
little team.
People ask me all the time, like especially now I've retired. Like where was your biggest highlight? What was your best team? And I'm like, I know it's easy for me to say because it's so raw because it was literally just there, but it was my most enjoyable 2 years of my career. Honestly, I've played in the Premier League, I've played cup finals, I've played in France, and nothing like, I don't know, something just, it does something to you when you come in. It's the day one when I come in, I was like, this place is brilliant.
But people talk about even like the dressing room. What was it about the dressing room?
I think we just had like the first year probably made me feel like this is brilliant, and then second year just got better and better. Do you know what I mean? Like because I'd obviously then created the relationships I had, but it was so easy to walk into the changing room. So easy. We had all different, obviously yourself. We've got like Boyle. And then I've got like the boys I kind of ended up growing close to, like Elliot Lee and Andy Cannon, and then the new boys come in a wee bit later, like Brunty and stuff. It was, and then you've got Big Global. Yeah. I got Big Ollie Palmer. Just like we're literally just. He walks into the change room and I've never seen a thing where it's just like, right, all about me now. Come on, let's go. And he owns it and it's amazing and I loved it. He probably frustrated a lot of people, man. But see, when he used to come out of the change room, I used to just sit there and smile and think, come on, just give us something.
He's a special person. He is, isn't he?
He is like, he's just, I don't know what it is, but he could come in right now and be like, right, it's all about me. Yeah. Fletch, move over. Yeah, like, sorry, mate. Go on, sit in there. He's just brilliant.
I'm surprised he's not got his stuff on here. Actually.
I know.
I'm surprised we got his clothes on.
I know. I'm actually. He probably. If I I've not told him I'm here. See if I tell him I'm here, he'd be
He
fuming.
knows I'm here,
He'd be
and he
fuming.
knows he's not giving it to me because I don't want
Yeah.
to tarnish
Have
it.
we asked Ollie yet? Have we asked Ollie to come on the podcast yet?
Not yet. No.
He will be fuming.
He will ask you.
Oh,
He
that's
will
what I
tell
mean.
you
I
when he's coming on.
guarantee you, he's watched every episode and he is fuming. We haven't even sent him a message
Well, I
yet.
did him a video yesterday, didn't we?
We
Ollie a
did,
little
right.
video yesterday,
We did.
and we are making this about him as well, by the way.
I guess. He's good at that.
There's
He's been here.
there's
It's
pictures of
about-
Moles and there's Betty BuzzFeed, but there's no pictures of Ollie, and we had a little funny video. I
Yeah,
sent
we
it to
did,
him,
You'd
and he
be
said,
fuming.
"Don't worry, that's just the warm-up act."
Yeah.
That's what his reply was.
Yeah, it hurt him. It will. It'll hurt his
God,
feelings.
So let's go back to when you signed.
Yeah.
Were you at Dundee at the time? Just left?
No, so I left Dundee United in that summer. I was actually on the golf course. Shock. I was on the golf course. I was playing in a charity golf day, and it got. Do you know what? I'd had about 2 or 3 phone calls of Jonah.
Dave
I
Jones.
played with Jonah
Dave Jones, yeah.
at Wolves and Sheffield Wednesday, so we kind of like got on well with Jonah, and I had a few phone calls with him over the summer about other players. I was thinking, I'm gonna have to start charging you here, mate. I'm not a scout, So he's asking me, what's this boy like? You've played with him. What's this boy like? And a few give him a few like, yeah, he's all right. No, don't touch him with a barge pole, blah blah blah. And then I'm on the golf course and see my phone ring again. I'm like, Jonah's phoning me again. He's me here. I'm like, hello, and he's like, asked me about another player, and I've just got to the point where, like, Jonah, you do know I'm a free agent, like, any chance? And he's just like, he was kind of taken aback, as if, what, you wouldn't come to us, would you? And I was like, yeah, of course I would, why not? And he's like, oh, all right, like, give me 10 minutes, because I think the transfer for they tried to get someone on deadline day,
Yeah, did you?
it fell through, or blah, 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 so like, there still was a space in the squad. This is September, by the way, so it's like, transfer window's closed, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, 10 minutes later, I just see your number phoning me. It was Phil. So I answered that, chatted away. But I'm on like the 16th like hole here, and he's like, "Can you come down now?" And I'm like, "Oh no." I'm like, "Yeah, I can."
40
yeah.
minutes to get off this course.
I was actually playing quite well. I think I was about 2 or 3 over. Honestly, I think I double bogeyed the next 3 holes and just got off the course. I went straight home. I've said yeah to him. I'm coming down. So I've walked straight in the door. The wife's looked at me and just done. I must have had this weird look on my face, and she's like, "You're going somewhere, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Do you have a sign on your head or
I
something?
don't know. Weird. Honestly, that's not even a word of a lie.
And she's fine with this, though.
I've walked in at the front door. She's in the hallway, and she's done like that. Look at it. She's like, "You're going somewhere, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Where?" I was like, "Wrexham." And she was just like, "Right, when?" I was like, "No."
Wow.
So I had to go in, shower, drive down, straight to Carden Park, parked the clubs with a bit, obviously, just in case. And yeah, that was it.
And what, you met the gaffer there?
No, it's Wrexham, come on. I'm on my own the full time until someone phones me the next day. So I'm at Carden Park, sitting, stayed that night, woke up in the morning, I literally went downstairs. It was a nice day, so I sat outside a coffee, look at my phone. I've not even spoke to anyone at Wrexham yet, by the way. I've just been, that phone call from Phil was the only phone call, came down. Los Angeles phone number is ringing, and I'm like, hello? And it was Ryan. And he's like, welcome to Wrexham. I'm like, I've not even been anywhere near the stadium yet. And he's like, obviously, but after that phone call, I was just like, yeah, sweet. It was as if I'd signed already. And then they were like, we're going to go and do a medical. And we've all done medical, so it was like, touch your toes. So I'm just like lifting up my leg like that. Yeah, I can touch my toes. Then it was like, no, you got to get changed. You got to go to Collier's. And I'm like, what do you mean? I had to do a fitness test. And I mean, when I do I was blowing out. A proper crossing and finishing session. I was just making sure I could still finish. I'm up doing headers, and Leno was there at the time. He was just coming back from like his injury, so he was like kind of doing goalie stuff, and I'm doing crossing and finishing. I hadn't even signed anything. Anything could have happened. I'm doing a crossing and finishing session at Collier's, and then came back and signed, and then that was it.
Obviously went well then, flipping heck.
Oh yeah, it was a few good.
That was
right,
that was League Two at the time, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when you eventually signed, were you kind of blown away with how professional and how ahead of their time they were?
Oh yeah. Obviously, not having a training ground, that didn't really affect me at all because I'd been at clubs. I've been in the Premier League where we've not had a training ground. When I first signed for Burnley in the Premier League, that big complex they've got now wasn't there. We were stadium training back to stadium, so I was kind of used to it. It wasn't something I wasn't used to. So, but I was like the gym and stuff. I was like, fair play. They've made like at that time. Whatever they had, they took full advantage of. Do you know what I mean?
The
So
best
I
of
was,
it,
yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, fair play.
By the way, if you can hear any of the sounds, it's the cop going on. We're just in the Betty Buzz suite.
Yeah,
and,
drilling away nicely today, aren't they? They're making progress. I see a load of like dirt getting pushed around and stuff like that.
Right.
Hopefully, we'll get to go on there soon.
That'd be nice.
Have a little look around, won't we?
Get the podcast set up over there.
Well, we
Sorry?
are. We're going to try and do kind of like a bit of a walk around, aren't
That's
we?
the
With
plan.
basically the guy who's like doing it all, the head honcho of the building firm and
Hard
stuff.
hats a lot.
Yeah, the hard hats a lot,
Is it
yeah.
McLaren? Is that right, Matt? Yeah, McLaren. Yeah.
McLaren, that's it.
So 1st of January 2024, first EFL hat trick. Is that right?
It's the first EFL hat trick. Yeah.
Unbelievable. What, all the way to get in here? It's taken you all that time to get to Wrexham to get your first EFL hat trick after all the goals.
He's
and
not sure. He's got
all-
a puzzled look on his face.
I've got 2 international ones. Remember?
Yeah, no, we don't want to
Did
talk
you
about
you
that.
sniff and just pick that up off
Go
the
on,
floor, Dan?
Tell us about your Scotland hat trick.
No, I had.
I've heard about
I
this.
scored a hat trick in Scotland before I came down to England.
And it was the first hat trick in how long Scottish history?
50 years or something, and then I went and done it
50 years or
again
something.
about 2
He
weeks
knows
later.
exactly what it is.
The thing is, now quite a few of them have done it, so it's kind of not. Even when they done it, I was like, it's not as good. That, you know what I mean? I was
Groundbreaker. You were the one that did it first, yeah.
But I mean, you scored that. So from 18, making your debut. Is that right?
I made my debut. Yeah, 17.
17, 18, making your debut,
Mhm.
but getting your first like EFL hat trick at 36. Is that right? That'll be 36.
Yeah, I was 36. I was 36.
But having all that time in between,
Yeah.
incredible. Like now,
Mad, yeah. So I scored my
Can you
first
remember
one
the
in
hat trick?
Scotland, then it took me that long.
can you even remember the hat trick? It doesn't sound like you remember it.
Yeah, you helped me a lot. Did you not? You,
I don't-
cut a wee
like
block.
me.
I think that's why he's asking.
make
it.
us
it
about
doesn't.
Was this the
It's not about
blockers?
me, no.
Was this the blockers?
No. It's Barrow at home, wasn't it?
Yeah,
4-1?
did you not block for one of my headers?
Probably did. I can't.
I think you did.
There's too many blocks. I've got
First
in
goal was it a right foot swinger? Yeah, it
there. That
could've
end.
been-
Second.
No. This end. Did they not play like a 10 minutes of extra time in the first half or something?
I can't remember.
I'm sure
this
we
is
did.
your hat trick. I don't want to.
I'm sure it was right foot, header, and then header this side.
Right. Anyway,
I
let's
think.
move on from that.
Few headers.
What like that? Obviously, is not your favourite moment at Wrexham. What is your favourite moment at Wrexham? If you could pick one, obviously it's going to be.
Obviously the promotion, but I think like for me personally was like, last season when I went on a little like kind of
Super sub.
streak. I went on a wee super sub streak of like just coming on, scoring the winner, and I think I've done it like 3 weeks in a row.
How does that feel then? So how does that actually feel like? You know that you've scored a couple by coming on and
Yeah.
getting the winner.
Do you know what? It was weird. Like people kept saying to me, "Why are you not knocking on the gaffer's door and asking to start?" And I was like, "Because I know my role. I'm very happy with it. Like I don't think I warmed up in the first half for about 6 months.
I remember being on the bench with him, and there was times that I'm thinking, "Are you not stiff?" He's like, "Nah." I'm like, "Why are you not going to warm up?" He's like, "I just feel better for it."
Yeah, I don't blame you though, because
So
if you go and do warm up, then you
Yeah.
kind of you're expending energy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you're only going to get
So
stiff again anyway.
I would do my warm up before the game with the team, which I was fully like you
Proper.
come in with a sweat, don't you? Then I would sit on the bench, and then I would, because we do a warm up at half time again, so I would like wait till then, unless someone went down,
Yeah.
and like with a knock, I would go out and kind of just in case.
Yeah.
But if no strikers went down with a knock, there was no point in me going out to warm up.
Are you knowing that on about the 60-minute mark you're coming on?
I knew when the fans started singing my song. See, at one point last season,
"Get ready."
honestly, it was. The boys would just say, "Fletch," and I'm like, "I know." I was but at one point last year, I think we went down 1-0 early doors, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but it was about 20 minutes into the game, and the fans started singing my name, and I was like, I'm like that, don't. No. And I remember we Parky turning around, Steve, we Parky turning around, do we not know any other song? You know what he's like? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, Parky, I'm sitting right here. But it was, do you know what I mean? Like,
That's when
obviously,
Ollie starts
even
singing.
when I'm like, even I was like, please don't sing that. Like, I didn't like it because it's not what the team needed.
Yeah,
at that time,
the
do you know
guy
what I
up
mean?
front at the time,
Yeah,
he
it's the
can
last
hear
thing
that,
we
and
need,
he,
yeah.
it's horrible,
It was
isn't
even
it?
Tuesday, sorry, I was obviously at the game and I had to walk round to get to my point of where I was, and obviously they'd spotted me and we were getting beat 1-0 and the fans started
Singing
singing
it.
my name. I was like, I've got trainers on me. I can't come on. But you know what I mean? I was like, oh no. As much
Fletcher's
as I
secretly
appreciate
walking
it,
past going like that. I can't.
but as much as I appreciate it and I love it, it's lovely to hear. But I was like, not right now.
What's the mentality like when you're coming on? When you know you've got, say, if you've got half an hour, 25 minutes, 20 minutes, are you just thinking, right, I'm just going to empty the tank?
Fozzy, I loved it. I was like, I knew it was 20 minutes, and I knew for 20 minutes I could run my pan in because I knew if I could do that for 20 minutes. Give me 25 and I'll be blowing up my. But I was like, I don't know. I just used to get on, take a caffeine shot, the caffeine gum. I'm just running on that, ready to just go mental for 20 minutes. And I liked it.
But how gold is that like? Having a player of your caliber, you know, the career that you've had, knowing your role within the team and not even expecting to start, that's absolute gold, isn't it?
It's brilliant, mate. Yeah, it's hard to find those sort of players because ego gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it?
That's what I mean. That's what I was saying. That the boys would say, like, are you not going to go and say, like, to start of the weekend, we want, like, obviously they're on the team, they're like, no, Nate, but they're like, we want to play, we want you to start. And I'm like, why would I go and give him that? If he wants to start me, he'll start me. He's the gaffer. Yeah. I'm not going to go and, like, force him. And I said, it could not work out for me. I could go and start, we get beat or whatever, not play well, and then.
Here's a question for you then. Earlier on in your career, you want to play every minute of every game, right?
I'll be on his door.
But now, when you're 35, 36, are you happier starting on the bench?
I wasn't happier, but I was. I don't know, how can I explain? I knew my role, and I was happy with my role. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, every player wants to start. I would never say. I wouldn't want people to think, oh, he didn't want to start, because if he says to me, you're starting, I was buzzing. A few times I went in his office and I did start. It was like Shrewsbury away, and he was like, he pulled me in. He's like, I'm going to start it today, and I was like, you get that.
Yeah, you scored as well, didn't you?
I scored that game.
So it didn't have to be super sub.
Didn't start the next week.
No. To be fair, it was a bad performance.
But yeah, it was. I scored and I was like buzzing, and the next week I'm back on the bench. But it wasn't like
you can almost sort of make a rod for your own back though as well. Do you know what I mean? So if you do keep coming on with 20 minutes to go, 25 minutes to go, and you lift the energy, the place all rolls up, and for that last 20 minutes it's all you lot. Then you're going to probably be doing the same again next week and the week after as well, aren't you?
What I liked was I knew the other team are going to be tired, and I'm going to come on like Duracell bunny. So I was like, let's go, like, do you know what I mean? And it worked. Don't get me wrong, there's a few times you go on and your body, you're like, come on, and you're just like, why I feel like I'm ready to go, why is my body not telling, like, come with me first half? I remember
that'd be my argument.
But I was just like, obviously I just got lucky. I not got lucky, but the players that I played with here kind of benefited my style of play. Barney, like, do you know what I mean? Like, every time that boy got, do you know when he got wide, I love the fact that he didn't just rush to get the ball in the box. He'd done his wee thing first. So see, when he got the ball, took his first touch, I actually turned my back on him. I turned my back, and if you actually watch a few of my goals, I'm running away from him to go towards the back post. So I've got my back to play. Some strikers won't do that but I just knew what Barney done. I knew that he would go, he would do his wee touches, knock it there, and just put it in and stand it up.
But you know how many crosses he's getting in a game as well.
Relying on somebody to do that is worth it. There's so many strikers, right? Well, they'll lose patience with it eventually. If a player he starts cutting back and chopping back, they'll make the run first time, second time. Eventually, they'll go, no, I ain't gonna bother.
That's time and experience.
See me, I don't get how strikers don't study not even study, just don't know what their wingers do.
Understand their wingers.
Wingers. Barney's probably he's probably an exception, but most wingers are daft. They just like get the ball and it's just like, do you know what I mean? And you just watch him and say, right, what does he do? He gets the ball, he's erratic, but then he does his wee thing and crosses it. So just like watch him. And then, so I started watching Barney, what he was doing, because I obviously had 60 minutes to watch him while I was on the bench. Every game. So you could see he was taking his wee hang, and then he would knock it, then he would cross it. Mac is the same, Mac on the other side. Mac does the old, obviously it's Sunderland, I used to watch him doing it to a mannequin. Mannequin tackled him a fair few times, but he would do it, do you know what I mean? So I don't know, I just watched how they played, and how could I benefit from them, and they were standing up back post. Don't get me wrong, I would say to them, listen, always stand up back post for me, because that's what I want. But I had a wee chat with Ollie Palmer one day. I told you about this.
Oh, was that in Costa?
In Costa, I coached him in Costa. Honestly, I had a flat white there, a cortado there, and I'm like, right, see when that flat white goes there, the cortado's got to go there.
What was
right?
this, a large hot chocolate?
This was a large hot chocolate.
That's bang out of order, isn't it?
It was a caramel slice. I was like, just get it going. So I was basically, honestly, this is no word I lie. You could probably roll it back and find the celebration. That the day before, he hadn't scored for a few games, and he's like, I'm like, Ollie, it's your movement in the box. I'm sorry, it is. Brutally honest with you. And he's like, oh, what? I says, so I started telling him what I do when Barney gets the ball. I was like, just kind of come away from the centre backs. You go in, and they can just hold you because you're big and strong. They want to keep a hold of you. I was like, come away from them, go around the back, take your time, get the flight of the ball early. As soon as he stands it up, you'll come across the defender. It'd be like the way Kiefer's was there. He'd come up over the top of him, score. And he's like, right. So every time the ball was going wide, I was just watching Ollie, and I was like, move. And he was doing it, but something wasn't coming from it. I was like, just keep at it. Barney gets the ball one time. It's the first half. Goes by the fullback, stands it up, and I'm like, Ollie, he's went into the right position. I'm like, go on, attack it. He scored. He's just started running towards the bench. But me not thinking.
I do remember seeing
class.
Me not thinking, I'm like, oh, I've ran down the stairs past the gaffer to the thing. I'm like that. He's jumped on me, and the gaffer was like that, looking at me as I'm walking back up the stairs. I was like sheepishly just walking back up the stairs like that. Sorry. And all the lads are like, what was that about? And I was like, I told him how to do that yesterday in Costa. So I was buzzing, man. It must be how a coach feels when they're obviously on the pitch telling them.
It's so good.
Well, obviously, us three being in the, well, you two are older than me, but old boys club, like what? So that shows you, doesn't it, the importance of having older, more experienced players around.
It's about having the thingy to actually tell them as well. Do you know what I mean? Some players would be like, could sit, maybe us three sitting talking about someone else and he should be doing this, but actually going and directly telling them, say, do this, it will help you. And him listening as well, that's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's an ego. That's a respect as well. Respect and ego, isn't it?
It's ego, mate. I think ego gets in the way. And some people just haven't got the people skills to be able to go and tell that person, 100%. Or they're afraid of losing their place in the team as well. So they don't want to give them that information.
Exactly. I knew Ollie was going to start ahead of me, which I was happy with at the time. So I was thinking, right, I'd rather be coming on when we're winning.
Yeah.
So listen to me, you'll score.
That's not a striker talking. That's not a striker talking. You did not. You wanted to come on and score the winner.
I wanted to come on and score.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. I wanted to score, but I was like, just, when you're getting beat like 2-1 and then they're sitting deeper. I wanted them to be going for a goal, so I knew I could then get a chance.
This is the difference between strikers, like, and if you're on the bench, right, in the 60th minute and you're 1-0 up, you don't want to come on, do you?
What, if you're not a striker?
If you're a defender or a goalie?
No.
I do not want to come on that pitch one little bit. I couldn't think of anything worse.
What I'm thinking is we're 1-0 up. They've got to go for a goal, so they're going to kind of be a bit more.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Spaces everywhere for me. I was like, just clear it, Toze. I'll try and get on the end of it and score.
Whereas you're coming on, you're thinking, all I can really do is see it out, but most of the time you come on and you can see it, you think, oh my god.
Yeah, you ain't getting no praise for seeing it out. You ain't getting no praise for that.
No, you'll get to the speed of the game, haven't you? Yeah. Do you think that kind of experience element in football, in dressing rooms, is like dying out now?
I think so. Well, now like there's some clubs are putting age brackets on players they sign, so there's not actually the older person in the changing room anymore. Your older person sometimes, some teams are like 26, 27.
I think it's unbelievable.
I still felt like a kid at 26, 27 in some changing rooms, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, I think we were talking about it yesterday, about you saying how you wish that you, at 36, 37, knew what you knew at 26, which everyone obviously does.
Yeah.
But you were saying about the differences in
it
how
was
your
more,
career would be.
not even what I knew, it was how I conducted myself and how I I was like in a dressing room and going into the physio room, and like I would go into the physio room at 26, 27, wouldn't really give the physios any chat. I would just go in and get my stuff and away. But I feel like as I got older, you kind of want all of them to be a big team. Do you know what I mean? So I used to bring I'd go and had the golf day with all them. I invited all the physios as well, come and play. Do you know what I mean? Where I'd say maybe 10 years ago, I'd be like bringing the staff to
players only.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I just don't know. Just took that upon myself to kind of.
I think that's. I mean, again, is there a role for a player? This would be really hard dynamic actually. A role for a player that knows they're not going to be in the squad, 25-man squad.
Yeah.
And then, but they're training every day. They're driving standards every day in training in the changing room. Do you think there's a role for that?
That guy's called Jordan Henderson. He plays for England. That guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly that. It's
I think
perfect
Connor
for
Cody
it.
did it for
You
England.
need it.
I don't think there is a role at for it because
no, he gets.
I could have been that guy.
He get released at the end.
Get released.
That wasn't where I was going with it, by the way. That wasn't.
I think there was, but no, they didn't want it.
Coaching in Costa.
The wages are too much, mate.
You've got to be more professional than coaching in Costa. Haven't you? You know what I mean? That's where it was going wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Should have gone to Starbucks.
I agree with you, though. I do. I think it's so important.
But the
mate.
ego of the player to accept their role as that, like you. Let's talk about it hypothetically. But if you had that role now, that got offered to you, you probably would have took it in the summer, no? But thinking about it,
it's easy for me to say I would have
at the time.
At the time, it's easy for me to say now, like, oh yeah, I 100% would have took that because, like, but when you're in that situation and you're not in the squad and you know you're training Monday to Friday and then what you do on a Saturday, or the gaffer's like, do you know what? You are great during the week. I want you to travel with us, but you're just going to sit. It would have to be like, but even like for me, say for like
you're almost like an active coach.
Yeah.
If
it says to me, you can take a few like shooting sessions and all that. That might change your mind a little bit. Or you're doing like the shooting like before the game or something. You might be like, oh, all right then, it's something different in it rather than just being a player. And then on a weekend, you're just like, you got the weekend to yourself now.
It's so hard because if that player, I've had this conversation before and people have said, why don't you just take them as a coach? Like you can have that player and just turn them together. But then they're not in the group then though.
They're not in
the group and it's not, it don't carry the same weight. It doesn't carry the same
almost
weight.
become, people will see you as a bit of a snake.
Yeah, you're listening and
what I see
watching.
though? I
You
always,
can't be that.
You know when they do some clubs have done like the older pro goes to the 21s.
Yeah.
Why can that older pro not be in the first team? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you see the way like that's when a lot of players have done that.
Yeah.
They've went to the 21s and they've played for them, but obviously they get to play in that 21. They can still go and play for the 21s.
Yeah.
Like, so if you says to me, I don't know, but you know, you train with the first team all the time, but then you've got to play with the 21s on a Saturday.
Yeah, but like if you give you that responsibility, I'm not talking just you in here, but anyone in that situation, they give you the responsibility to coach the younger strikers. You've got your 10 minutes every day.
I took that upon myself anyway.
Even
when I was playing, I was trying to help them all. Do you know what I mean? Even from probably going back to when I was at Stoke, and I was trying to help like players like that when I was there. So it was more, when you turn like 34, 35, that's when you kind of change your mentality a wee bit of like, I can kind of pass on my coaching, what I've learned over my career. But
tell us about the last trip at Vegas and compare it to the first years. Any differences?
There was no different. Actually, there was. I played golf this year in Vegas.
Yeah.
Any good?
First time I've ever played. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Hired clubs, yeah.
Hired clubs a lot. Yeah, but do you
I
know what it
would not
was?
have been able to play golf.
Do you know what it was? I regretted it until I got there. But when Rob, because obviously Rob comes with us, doesn't he? So when Rob said to me beforehand, let's get around the golf out, when we're out there, I was like, of course, yeah. You know what I mean? Before you even fly out, I'm like, yeah, of course, we'll play golf. See, when my phone rang at 6:30 or 7 in the morning, my room phone was going, and obviously I'm sharing with Elliot, and it was like, turn that off, and I'm like, it's a phone, mate, it's not an alarm. And I was like, it's the phone going. I was like, hello, and he's like, the bus is waiting. I was like, okay. I was like, oh no. So like I got up and I was like, I must have looked.
Any other day of the year, right? If golf's on at 7, I'm up I can't sleep, mate.
Yeah.
I'm giddy.
Yeah. My clubs are lying next to me in the pit. So I'm like, oh no. So then I start like in the chat, is anyone else up for golf? And a few of the lads were like, yeah, I'm up. And I was like, all right, come on then, let's go. So I was just like, hat on, like downstairs, went to the golf course. Even on the first tee, I was like, I cannot see a thing. I went to the range, get on this actually, I forgot. I went to the range, I was like to the boys, I'm just going to go to the range because I was fully drunk still, like 100% still drunk. And I was like, I need to see if I can actually hit a ball. There was a guy on the range, right, standing next to me. I put 5 balls down. I've shanked all 5 of them. I mean, like, not even, like, I nearly missed the ball at one point.
Hossled them.
I nearly missed the ball at one point. I've done, that's enough. Ran back to the thing. He went on the first. He nearly drove the green on the first. I thought, oh, what a shot. But it was one of them, because you got the driver out. You're just like, it doesn't matter. It was never a driver.
That's the worst.
And I've got to take a driver. There's nothing else I can hit here because I don't know what I'm doing. By, like, hole 4, drinks were back out, and I was like, this is amazing.
Good
Do you
to
know what I
go
mean?
again.
But see the first, like, few holes, I was like, what have I done?
You cannot say.
Oh,
Should we do some
horrible.
quick fire questions about that trip?
I'm
that
proud of you, mate. Yeah, I'm
2025
proud of
trip?
you.
Who was best dancer that year?
Best dancer?
Yeah.
Oh, best dancer. That
Worst
year.
dancer and best dancer.
The worst is like, because he thinks he's good and he's not, and it's hard to watch, is Elliot.
Oh wow!
Have you seen him? He goes into he starts shaking. And I'm like, you all right? Is everything all right? He goes into like this man, and he starts pulling mad faces and that. And I'm like, are you being serious here? Or is this like a joke? But I think he's actually being serious. He goes writing about it and that, and he's just like, what the best dancer? Oh, who was the best this year? Obviously, like I can't say myself, but I'm up there. Who's the best this year? It's a tough one, you know. Not many of the boys. See, this year it was like obviously it was a younger group.
Yeah.
They don't really.
It definitely isn't Boyley.
No.
What about who had the best stamina for the whole weekend?
Dobble,
yeah.
Dobble. I couldn't get my head. I don't think he slept the full trip. It was mad, but he would like, you know, when you'd see him at one point, you'd be like, he's done. I've beat him here. He's done, and then half an hour later, I'm the one done, and he's still there, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Dobble was
What a
incredible.
ledge.
Incredible.
What about gear? Worst
gear? Like I want who I want.
Obviously,
to
the
say.
year I was there, I was best.
Obviously, yeah. No, obviously a few of the lads like Big Arthur always looks cool.
Yeah.
He's got a good like, and he's dead chilled, and you're like, all right, big man. He gives you that dead slow, like you know, he's just a cool guy, man. He is a cool guy. Obviously, he's always up there.
Yeah, you're pretty cool.
Boyle used to be worst until he started copying everything I wore. So
Yeah.
basically, what I wore out the night before, Boyle would wear out the next night because he knew it looked all right. Do you know what I mean? That's what Boyle was like.
Wow, we just brought Boyle up. Let me just remember this.
Go
He
on.
used to clean your boots every day without him asking. He used to literally,
Yeah, he's my boot boy.
without Fletcher even asking, he would just go, oh, yeah, I'll clean your boots, pick him up, like literally licking his, you know. But
Boyle was my boot boy.
it was unbelievable.
Is Boyley older than you?
No. I know he looks it, but he's not. No.
How have you even got him doing that? I remember you offered him a flight.
You need
or
to
something,
remember like what I've done for that guy. Like the fact that his wife has not sent me like even like a card or anything, like a thank you card.
Yeah, Sean,
like,
you need to do that.
like the
actually. You do
before
need
and
to do
after of that guy for his hair transplant is like unbelievable. It's like she married a new guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, from if you get a picture of Boyle year one of my contract at Wrexham, and you get the one when he left, it's like there's two different guys.
Yeah. Does he actually ever ring you and just ask for your clothes? Just say like, oh, you've worn that now. Can I have
So
that?
when I was leaving here, obviously I was renting down here because the family had moved back up. So I had like the house I was in had like a walk-in wardrobe, and Boyle would ask if he could come in and just do like a supermarket sweep, basically. Do you know what I mean? Of my wardrobe before I left. And I was like, honestly, this became like a thing when he was like, no, seriously, like, can I come? And I was like, no, surely you were joking when you asked. And he used to, like, he's called me Steve. He's like, Steve, is like 7 o'clock tonight all right? And I'm like, Boyle, no, you're not coming to my house.
You're just taking my clothes.
He wanted to come in, and he wanted like, at least like I don't know. He was saying it was like for charity, but it wasn't. He wanted it. He basically said
He is
wanted
the
it.
charity.
Yeah, he was the charity. Yeah. But he wanted to come in and take my clothes, basically.
Oh my.
See, when I used to
word.
wear stuff in, he used to come over and he used to check the tags.
That's
and that.
nice. Where's that from?
Yeah. Where's that from?
Could I afford that? Is
Honestly,
the-
yeah. But that guy, the transformation that guy's had is like unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Just back on. Any quick questions for you from Vegas?
I can't believe you didn't say Chomp for worst gear.
Worst dancer. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Chomp's
Chomp's granddad. Do you know what? Now you brought it up, Chomp's it's pure Steph, wasn't it? It's just like who's granddad? Who's brought up granddad out?
I could do it. But, oh my word. Funniest on the trip.
On the trip. Scary.
Scary, yeah.
The guy is a nutcase. I got a full-on nutcase, mate. But he's brilliant. I love Scary, man. But he is. It's like what he reminds me of is like 18 to 30 club rip. He's a club rip. That's what he is. Honestly, he's like shredded. He's got the bar on it, and he just loves it, man. What a guy. He's just on it constantly. Like he was always up to stuff. He was always getting into trouble, but not bad trouble. You know what I mean? Trouble be like, Scary, stop it. Calm down. Calm down.
Stop messing about.
There's another night tomorrow. Remember that. He was hilarious though, man.
What about lightweight?
Biggest lightweight.
Yeah.
Oh, biggest lightweight. It'd have been the young lads. They can't drink.
Well, we asked this question, didn't we, to Andy? Do you remember?
Who did he say?
40.
Oh, that guy.
Was 40 though. Remember when we went, Youngie was pretty bad as well, wasn't he? Youngie was.
Youngie was brilliant on our trip.
Yeah.
The
year. Was it the first? Yeah.
Oh, he
wasn't
was
it?
in a pickle a lot of times, wasn't
Oh, that is so funny. It's so funny.
We
he was literally.
weren't allowed to let Foldy drink vodka.
It-
But I used to. So I've known Foddy since Foddy was like 18 years old. You need to remember this. Foddy was in the youth team at Wolves with me. He was in the youth team. I was in the first team. Funny story actually. I scored at. I'm gonna drop out. You think I scored at the Emirates, right, to make it 1 each. Well, I think it was to make it 1 each against Arsenal. And there's a still picture of me running away celebrating, and there's a picture of Foddy jumps on my back, and there's a running joke that one of the fans got on the pitch and jumped on my back because they were like, "Who is that guy?" But Foddy, honestly, so he'd start off on the Bud Lights drinking, and the Irish lads would be like, "Stay on them the whole day," and I'd be like, and he'd be like, he's in the pool. By about 2 hours later, Foddy's in the pool, the water up to there. Actually, his eyes just over the water. So his vodka like that, and we were just like, "Oh my god!" And the boys would be looking down. Who gave him that?
So who's the most valuable player there?
MVP. Probably Dobble. I have to give him it just because of like from start to finish.
Right, Fletcher, you've been class. Is this the last we're going to see of you, or are you going to try and...
No, I've been asked to do a few bits with the club and stuff, and hopefully I can help you out with the podcast a wee bit as well.
Yeah, no, it's been brilliant.
Brilliant, Fletch.
Cheers, mate.
Incredible,
Honestly,
mate.
thank you very much.